Welcome back to Auto Shorts and Decepti-Clips. Now there's been a few leaks and a few minor discussions I've seen in regards to the Predacon combiner Tripredacus, which in the cartoon they sort of made him out to be the Tripredacus Council, which kind of makes sense given the name of the council and the name of the character. And this is how they looked in the show. Now let me try and get it right. I think that's C-Clamp, I think that's Ramhorn, and I think that's Cedicon. I could be wrong, but that is purely of what I've just remembered and all the pictures I've been looking at in the past 5 seconds. So what is the issues that they might come across with doing Tripredacus, and what Hasbro shenanigans will there be in the releasing of this character? Let's take a little look at what we could get in regards to a Tripredacus Council, Tripredacus Combiner. So first up, this is how he would have looked in his more toy look. Obviously these are the images taken from the profile book that they released in the IDW era of the Transformers. This is Tripredacus here, the combined form. We have Ramhorn, Cedicon and C-Clamp. All pretty cool characters in their own right, looking at them there. But they don't look like they did from the show. You can see the heads, designs completely different. Obviously the bodies are a bit different, but you could argue that this is their pre-beast forms and this is their post-beast forms, but still the heads and the faces don't look the same, don't look right. So this is them. Could we get this release, this toy release, as it would look like he did from the original toys, looking like this, so those colours? And then we know that the same toys were reused in Beast Wars 2 in Japan. Takara, they did these characters. Now this is where I get these things wrong. I think this is DJ, Motor Arm, and Gimlet, I think, with Tripledacus. Again, the names are so similar and confusing to remember, and the colours aren't that different. They're not, yes, they are different, but they are not that different. If you look at them both back to back here, these guys are good guys. These are the Jointron brothers, and these are bad guys. These are the bad guy super leaders, you could argue. The big bads behind it all. So you've got these guys, good guys, and the colours, you know, he's like a brownie colour. He's a dark brownie colour, like a reddish brown on here. Obviously you can see it doesn't quite, with a more predominant green on Cedicon versus DJ, sort of yellowy green. He's like a bluey grey with some red bits, and he is out and out red, a boiled lobster you might say. Takara Tomy will probably release him like this, with Hasbro doing a first release of this guy. Now, I never liked the fact that they look so similar, and I didn't like that in Beast Wars 2 it was just a different character, very similar in colours. The characters are totally different. The characters are polar opposites, but you're looking at the toys, they are so similar. Let's have a look at the toys. Sorry about the crap picture at the top here. But this is like a comparison of how the toys looked. Yes, they do look different, but they are incredibly similar when you're looking at them, especially these two. Yes, the green yellows, they are visually very different, and they actually did release these two again in slightly different colours, but they didn't release him, so you couldn't get another version of your Tripledacus if you wanted to. Very strange that they didn't do that. And then we here Tripredacus over here, all the same heads, all the same sculpts. No, nothing changed, just plastic changes and paint apps. So this guy's got a few different paint apps on here. You can see it from there, and sort of brings them out a little bit. So they did the same thing they did with Magnavox, but with Magnavox they just use the same name anyway, which then adds more confusion. My idea, we'll get shenanigans when they release it. Hasbro will release him like this. They will release him like this. With Takara, Tomy, their more exclusive will probably be this guy, Tripledacus. And then, that's them closer up. They see they're very similar. I think they'll do a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Now, I have put these through the old AI. You've got C-Clamp here, Cedicon and Ramhorn with the combined form. And this, basically, it heralds back to the other convention exclusive that they did, where it was the 5-way combiner using the Combiner Wars buck. But it's to try and emulate the colours here. Now, this is meant to be a dark room with red underlighting, like these bits. The lights here, they turn on, sort of gives the red up light. So they were never ever really meant to be just red and black, but that's how they're depicted in the show. And that's how people like to see them. That's how I personally like to see them. I think they should be that more uniform colour, and I would much prefer it if Hasbro released the Tripredacus Council with their bug forms, obviously, but with their animated heads. So you've got all different animated heads here, but this is sort of showing both to see if they would supply both heads, if you wanted both heads, in a special box set that they do for San Diego Comic-Con in the red and the black. So look out for Hasbro release shenanigans. But of course, if you love this coloration of Tripredacus, get it. Put it on your shelf, display it. That's yours. That's how he was in the original toy. That's how you want to see it on your shelf. For me personally, I want to see him look that much different from the Jointron brothers and Tripledacus. They're just too similar looking. Absolutely too similar looking. So if you get this more heroic looking good guys, maybe they're giving their maracas and their sombreros and stuff like that as well. And I think they've got instruments and stuff. So if Takara, Tomy more did it, I think they'll add some extras into it. But when and if Hasbro do Tripredacus, I honestly do think that there'll be a shenanigans release, a better release, which just seems to be what they do. They release one, it's kind of not perfect, then they release it again, and you're like, damn it, I've just spent 60 quid on the same damn toy, which cost me £30 a pop. It does get a bit fatiguing, I must admit. So this is my push. Come on, Hasbro, do the Tripredacus Council in the red and black with the animated heads. What do you guys and girls think? Do you want him released normally? Do you want a Tripledacus, or do you want a red and black Tripredacus Council to look like the badass mean guys that they really should be? Don't forget to love, like, subscribe. See you guys and girls in the next video.
Terminate with extreme prejudice.